What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, so we got some more information about Carly's pregnancy. So apparently, she conceived the night they went to the city for New Year's Eve, and I remember that episode. Jason had mentioned, I think it was Jason who mentioned that Sonny was taking Carly to the city that night for New Year's. Um, So I remember that episode like it was yesterday. So that was the night she got pregnant. That was the night she conceived. Okay. Hmm. I'll be damned. Of course, I love that scene between her and Sonny. I did. So she found out she was pregnant that morning when they were in bed, Valentine's Day morning. So that's when she found out about it. She apparently took two pregnancy tests that both came back positive. I could understand why people thought maybe it was menopause, though. I could definitely understand that because menopause has the same symptoms as a pregnancy. Far as I know, they have the same symptoms, hot flashes and all that stuff. Um, so it would come off as a pregnancy. But she said she took two of them and both of them came back positive. But I'm thinking, I'm like, well, I wouldn't jump to the conclusion until at least you saw a doctor first. You know what I'm saying? To give you that real confirmation. Um, but I love that they had that conversation. Let me tell you something. The conversation Sonny and Carly had today was so real, and it needed to be had. It's a conversation that a lot of people who are in that particular situation usually don't want to have. They try to avoid it. Some people try to avoid that conversation, but it was a conversation that needed to be had because there's a lot of factors that go with being pregnant and having a late in life child. Um, and they basically answered a lot of questions that I mentioned in my video about why would they want to have a child right now at this age after they've already raised other kids who are practically adults now. You know what I'm saying? Like Jocelyn's a teenager now. Carly brought all of these things up. Everything I was talking about in my video, she basically brought it up today, and I'm glad she did because this is a real conversation. It was real dialogue. It was realistic. You know what I mean? Um, Carly admitted it though. She tried to put it off on Sonny like Sonny wasn't happy about this baby. But Sonny turned that shit around on her and was like, the real thing is you're not happy about this baby. And she admitted. She was like, maybe she's not. Because at her age, do she really want to have another child? Do you really want to go through the whole baby thing again? And that's exactly what I mentioned on my video. Like the whole 2 a.m. feedings, the crying, the diaper changes. Do you really want to do all of that again? You know what I'm saying? At that age, I mean, she's closer to 50. She's Carly, Laura Wright, the actress, of course, is 48. The character of Carly is 45. So she'll be 46 this year, November of this year. Um, and that's what I'm saying. At 45, going on 46, do you really want to walk around pregnant, popping out another kid, waking up in the middle of the night? Her and Sonny have certain freedoms now. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have to deal with that. Not to say, they don't hire nannies and stuff like that. Because they've always had nannies. A nanny, not nannies, but a nanny. And they got a nanny now for Avery. But it's a lot of but they're hands-on parents though. You know what I mean? As far as the raising and stuff like that, they're hands-on. So I get where she was coming from. Like, do you really want to go through that again? Michael's an adult, Jocelyn's a teenager, Avery's not a baby anymore. You know what I'm saying? And plus their lifestyle, Sonny's business and stuff like that, and the hell that their kids went through because of that business. Do they really want to put a new child through that? These are all valid questions. Um, and Sonny brought up the most valid thing of them all is her health issues. Because you have to remember, when she was pregnant with Jocelyn, she had a 50% chance of having a stroke and dying. He wants to wait and go to a doctor to see if that's still a factor today. Even though it was years ago, they at least want to know what they're dealing with. You know what I mean? Carly was optimistic about it because she was like, medicine has come a long way since when she was pregnant with Jocelyn, which is true. So maybe they'll have a different outcome this time. But what was funny to me was when Sonny asked her was she on birth control. Carly was like, "Why the fuck would I be on birth control at my age?" I said, "That shit is so true." I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, why would a 45-year-old going on 46 be on birth control? I mean, she was basically thinking like, why would she need it when she thought that she was past childbearing age? You know, she knew that there was a small possibility she could get pregnant again at her age. She knew that, but she didn't think it would ever happen. You know, especially with the complications from her last pregnancy and her age, she didn't think that it would happen. So of course she wouldn't be on birth control. Why would she? You know what I mean? I mean, Sonny need to think about getting snipped. You know what I'm saying? Like you might want to. I mean, it's a consideration. You know, I mean, why not? You know, neither one of them shit. Sonny talking about something having another baby never crossed my mind. Shit, you thought it crossed hers? Of course not. You know, why would you want to dedicate another 18 years to raising a child? Hell to the no. Um, but you know, I feel like deep down Sonny really doesn't want to have another child, but he's not that type of person to resent the child if it's already here. You know what I'm saying? If it's already there, he's not gonna resent the child. He's gonna love the child the same way he loves his other kids equally. You know what I mean? Carly's the same way. I mean, shit, she's not on, you know, at first on board with having another kid either, but you know, she's excited about it now. You know, about the possibility of having another kid. You know, and I think Sonny is gonna get excited in time about it too. But he's thinking more about Carly's health, though. You know, he's definitely thinking about that. That's his main priority. I think once they hear from the doctor and know what's going on as far as the health risk and stuff like that, then they will proceed. You know what I mean? But I definitely think it was a conversation that was definitely great to have. And I loved how it played out. You know, they just put all the cards on the table about all the, you know, the issues that can come of this pregnancy and this potential baby. You know what I mean? And I'm glad they did that. It was a conversation that definitely needed to happen. Definitely. Sonny at first didn't want to talk about it, but Carly was like, "Nope, we're talking about it." I said, "Yup, that's how you gotta do. When one spouse don't want to talk about something that's important, you gotta push them to talk about it because it's a conversation that needs to be had. It's serious. Yeah, I need to talk about it." You know, but of course they can't do anything until they go to the doctor and get confirmation and run some tests and see what's going on first. You know, then they, like I said, they can proceed. um so anyway, moving on from that, I can't believe it, another Corinthos. The more I wasn't on board with it at first, but the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm kind of getting excited about it. You know, can you imagine Sonny and Carly having a daughter together? I mean, they both have daughters, but not together. You know what I mean? So this would be definitely a little different. I mean, like, you know, Sonny and Carly daughter. I mean, I wonder how that would turn out. Hopefully better than Christina. Hopefully, hopefully. Um, Lord, I wish this child got more sense than Christina. Hopefully, thank God. Cause that girl, she be wearing me out. Watching this show, watching Christina, she be working my nerves. Um, I couldn't imagine being Sonny or Alexis being a parent of that child. I couldn't know. You talk about having gray hairs before your time. I'm just saying. Hell no, hell no. Um, I want to know because you know what I noticed in my comment section that I have a lot of older women who actually have children. I would like to know from the older women, you know, at your age right now, whatever age you are, if you're an older woman of a particular age, would you want to have another child right now? Say if it happened, you know, even if you didn't plan it and you just found out you're pregnant, like what would your thought be? Like, what would your thoughts be? That's what I really want to know because this is an interesting topic. You know, we lately over the last few years we've been seeing a lot of late in life children. So, you know, it's a hot topic right now. And I'm actually kind of happy that the writers are going with this because I do think this storyline is going to be more complicated than we think. I definitely think it's going to be a medical issue. I think so. I don't think they're just going to have Carly just have an easy pregnancy and birth. I don't think so. I think this is definitely going to be a medical thing, you know, for older women having children. I definitely think it will, hopefully. I think it'll be an interesting story to tell. So anyway, moving on from that. Maxie motherfucking Jones. Listen, the head writers, I beg of you. I'm pleading with you. Maxie needs to be a detective with the PCPD. Hell, just give her the commissioner's chair. Listen, Maxie was on it today. She was on it. She was figuring shit out like Columbo today. I was like, Maxie reminded me of a younger version of that little old lady from Murder, She Wrote. All the older people who, you know what I'm talking about. Murder, She Wrote. I love little detective shows and stuff where you didn't have to use a gun to solve a case. You know what I'm saying? Or to go after somebody. You just use this. This is what I loved about Maxie. She had that old school detective skill today. Like, she just used this. That's all she did. That's all she did. She didn't need no evidence. Just this. Brilliance. Brilliance. I definitely agree with Peter that they needed more evidence to corroborate her thinking, but she was on the money today. She was on it. She figured out very quickly that Obrecht was blackmailing Valentine, and it had something to do with Sasha. Now she figured out that Sasha must not be Nina's daughter. So she called Sasha and invited her out to some little girls' day or whatever, Medi Petty spa day to get some DNA from her on the sly. Maxie, I love it. Maxie is so fucking smart. I was like, yo, she figured this shit out in a day. One day. One day. I was like, damn, she put the PCPD to shame. I said, damn, you figured out something like this in one day? You want to know how she figured it out? Just from observing. Just from observing and listening. That's how she figured it out. Just from listening and observing. Nobody had to tell her no details about nothing. She just figured it out. Soon as she saw Obrecht and Valentine and Sasha together, she observed. That's all she did was observe. When Peter told her that Valentine was the one that asked him to hire Liesel, she listened. That's how she figured all this out. That was some smart shit right there. Brilliant. Brilliant. Didn't take nothing. All you did was observe and listen. That's it. And you figured out the lie, the big secret. Now all you need is proof to show Nina. That's all you need. I was like, damn, I was impressed. I was impressed. I was like, wow. She figured this out that fast? Damn. And Nina, she ain't got a freaking clue. And she's observed stuff too, but yeah, she's just too, simple-minded. So anyway, Nina's sitting there talking about something. She want to have a long engagement. Only reason she want to have think about it. When they got engaged again, she was all happy and giddy and jolly about marrying Valentine again, telling everybody, oh, we're getting married again, yada, yada, yada. Now you want to have a long engagement. Something tells me that the reason they're doing the long engagement on the writer's part is because the secret is about to come out. So, of course, they don't want them to get married again when the secret comes out because she probably just going to end up filing an annulment. So that's the thinking behind that. Nina's part of it, I feel the reason she wants a long engagement is because she still doesn't fully trust Valentine. I don't think she's 100% sold on getting remarried. That's why she wants to have a long engagement to see how this play out for a few months. You know what I'm saying? Just to see if anything pop up for a few months before she say I do. And which is kind of smart on her part, but you should have said no in the first place when he asked you to marry him. I'm just saying. So anyway, Obrecht was up there getting it. She was at the Floating Rib singing her heart out. Yo, Obrecht was up there killing them vocals. For all the lovers in the room that night. And then, of course, she was throwing around little hints and stuff about Sasha and stuff like that. Just playing around with her. Because, of course, Obrecht knows the truth, obviously. So, of course, she was just playing around with her. And I think Sasha was picking up on it. Like, the way she was looking at her and stuff like that. When she brings up family and this, that, and the third. And she was picking up on it. Sasha's not as dumb as she looked. She was definitely picking up on it. Griffin is still in his little slumper, whatever you want to call it, about Kiki's death. I really do believe that he did join the Fight Club. I'm starting to believe he did because he all bruised up all the time. I'm like, yeah, you joined the Fight Club and getting your ass beat. You need to take some lessons. So anyway, moving on from that, Jordan, she disappoints me again. So she wants to use Franco as bait to catch the killer. I could understand that, and I get that, but at the same time, she basically told Franco if he doesn't cooperate, she's gonna let him go down for these murders. Are you serious? So you basically know for a fact he didn't do these killings. You know that, and you still are willing to let him go down for this, all because you need help catching a killer because you're not smart enough to do it yourself. See, Jordan is so simple minded. All you have to do is think. Go back to that vision board that you have with the people, with the victims, and Ryan Chamberlain and Franco up there. All you have to do is look at that vision board, remove Franco from there, and keep the picture of Ryan up there. Connect the dots. Connect it. That's all you have to do. The dots are all there. The target is in the middle. All you have to do is connect it. Connect those dots to the target, and you solve the case. Simple. Very simple. A dog could do it. Very simple. Scooby-Doo could do this. He's done it a million times with the Mystery Machine and the rest of the gang. So if a dog like Scooby-Doo and a pup named Scooby-Doo can do it, little Scrappy-Doo, if they can figure out ghosts and goblins and shit, you can find a killer. It's not hard. I'm just saying if you just look and think. That's all you gotta do. All you have to do, Jordan. That's all you have to do. It's a simple 1, 2, 3 step. And you ain't even on step 1 yet. You ain't even in the damn ball game. You done left the game. You ain't even in the league right now. Like you ain't nowhere near on the right track of this. Nowhere. Nowhere near. You looking in all the wrong places. You know how you play that game where you hot and then you cold and then you cool when you looking for something? They be like, oh, you're getting hot, you're getting hot. Oh, you're hot, you're hot. And then when you move away from the hot spot, which is the target, and you start moving into the warmer position, and then you start moving into the colder position because you're getting cold now because you're walking away from what's hot, your target. You know what I'm saying? That's what she's doing. And she's very cold right now. You ain't close to being warm. You still in the cold. You need to get to that warm section. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you need to skip over the warm and go straight to the hot because you're right there. All you gotta do is look at the vision board. So you gotta do. Very simple. I'm still happy. You know, everybody know I wasn't a big Liz Franco fan as far as them being a couple. But I have to say I love their relationship now. I do. Because it's a realistic relationship. They're very down to earth. And their jailhouse wedding will go down in the history books. I think that is a wedding I'll remember forever. I really do. Because it was such a unique wedding. I mean, how many people you know get married in jail? I really, I'm being serious. How many people you know have a jailhouse wedding? That's some shit to remember right there. I'm just saying. Um, I'm happy. You know, she tried to. Liz tried it though, talking about some Mister Baldwin Weber. I said no, 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 no. Franco was like, shit, we hyphenating that. I say, yeah, you got that backward, Liz. I don't know about no Baldwin Weber. I don't know about all that. You might want to change your name to Weber Baldwin. I'm just saying. I don't know about all that now. Um, but yeah, Jordan is working my nerves. Like seriously, Lulu's another one working my nerves. I did love the scenes with her and Spencer though. That scene with her and Spencer was pretty dope. Spencer is hell bent on ridding Laura of Kevin. Spencer is like a little grown man now, especially with the voice change. But anyway, Ryan is a sick SOB, yo. At the beginning of this episode, this fool was having a dream that he had Sonny and Carly tied up at their house, and Ava came in and he had a whole bunch of knives. I say, yo, how sick can you be? So, of course, him and Ava was trying to get their little Valentine's Day nookie on, and Laura come up in there. This fool had the nerve to kiss Ava in front of Laura. I said, do you not have no shame about your shit? He talking about something, what, it's Valentine's Day. I said, you little bitch. I wanted to whoop his ass. He was so damn sadistic today, more so than usual. Then he sat there in his chair, and the picture of Ava, he picked it up, turned it over, so that way it's visible on his desk for Laura to see it. I say he is such a bastard. I say he's an ass, yo. I swear the way he did that. I say he's such a son of a bitch. So then he's sitting there and he brought up the prenup to Laura. And Laura was looking at him like, what prenup? That's the facial expression she had. Like, what the hell is you talking about? We didn't have a prenup. But I'm glad Laura did not say nothing. She didn't correct him about the prenup. She went along with it like they did have one. I was like, yo, that was so fucking smart on her part. I said, yo, Laura, you get 2 thumbs up from me. I said, thank God she didn't say nothing. She didn't say shit. She just let them think that they did have a prenup. So when Ava came in, she was kind of surprised to hear that they actually did have a prenup. And that's what, and the look on Ryan's face had him thinking like, did we really have a prenup or did I just fuck up and say some shit? So, of course, he had to call Ferncliff to let them know he got to go see the real Kevin. So when he left, Laura was following his ass. I said, yes, finally people are using their noggin. The one thing I will say though, Laura, get you some backup. I'm just saying, Laura. I know she tough and shit, and I'm loving this because Laura is back to her adventurous shit, you know. But get you some backup. Call Curtis real quick and be like, yo, I need you to meet me at Ferncliff real quick, or I'm following Kevin. I need you to come with me. Get you some backup. Don't be no fool and go there by yourself now. Well, if you're gonna go there, I hope you packing some type of heat, you know, a taser or something. But anyway, this was a good ass episode. I enjoyed this. Anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday. Have a great weekend. I will see you all Monday. Have a wonderful day and weekend. See you all later. Peace.